Hello, everybody, and welcome to IC Markets Market Commentary. My name is Adam Harris from Trade with Precision, and today I want to shine a spotlight on several potential opportunities and especially do a brief overview of the market. So something significant happened today. In fact, something so significant that I had to re-record several hours later because of a specific line being broken. And so when I have a look here, I want to show you here, this is the euro dollar monthly time frame. And today specifically, we've managed to break outside of this range. We've been in this range going back all the way to 2014. So that's 6, 7, 8 years. That's a while. And we really haven't been down at these lows unless you sort of go back to 2001, 20 odd years ago. So it's quite significant. We're actually fast approaching parity. We've broken through this level. I'd be very surprised. It's not impossible, but I'd be very surprised if price should reject this tomorrow and we find ourselves back up above 1.05. If that is the case, then I think there's a very strong likelihood that similar to what's happened here, we would see price work its way back up. Okay, so really this is what I'm watching over the next 24 hours. I'm looking for that to be the case. But in terms of trading opportunities for this, and similar when I look at cable, I'm going to be looking for continuation trades to the downside as we approach parity. So basically parity being 1.0000 is my next target, and I'm going to be looking for continuations. We are already very much overextended in multiple timeframes. However, I am looking to see if we get any corrections, which I do think we'll get over the next 24 hours. And this week, there should be trend continuations to the downside. As I said, should price just react and come back up above 1.0450, then I think the implication is clear that it's going to reject, it's going to be attempted breakout of that range and a false breakout in the end. And so looking at cable as well, I'm looking for the same idea. What's interesting to me is that cable today, with all the big moves we've had, it's only really come back down to these previous lows. There is some potential bullish divergence. I think, however, it is much more likely it's going to continue. But I do want to see what happens by the close of day today and potentially in the next 24 hours to see if there is a pushback on that level. I think it's more likely that it's going to continue down. And therefore, I do think there'll be some good breakout and retest continuation trades on the 15 minutes, the 1 hour, and potentially the 4 hour as that dollar continues to push. If you have a look here, for example, to give you a sense of it, dollar Swissy today, very bullish. That's the 4 hour, broke above this nice little level of support and resistance and continue to push up aggressively. So again, this should be offering opportunities to the upside. All of them very much in line with a stronger US dollar now that it's broken out. Dollar CAD, for example, look at this very strong bullish engulfing candle. If I exclude this single candle here, it's kind of engulfed, up to about 15, 20 candles previously, going back several days. And it's really strong. It's come up to this very strong level. If it continues to break out from this, I would expect it to continue to climb higher. So another one on my watch list looking for trading opportunities here. A couple of the CAD pairs that finish with CAD. Kiwi CAD, I quite like the look of this for the following reasons. First of all, it's a little bit overextended to the downside. You can see that we had a big move. Now we started to slow down. In other words, the big moves are we're doing shorter moves. And we've got more green candles coming in here. We've got a nice little rejection here, nice little double wick over there. Plus we've got a move down and move back up. So it's a nice combined rejection of those lows. We've got bullish divergence coming in on both indicators. This can often mean that we're going to get a change in trend, even if it's only in the medium term, back up towards these highs. But this could provide some really good trading opportunities. So I'll be looking for a continuation over the next, say, 48 hours of price on the lower timeframes, pushing its way up towards 0800 or 08100. Yeah, that's right, 0.81 and up to 0.81 and 0.82 and above, looking for opportunities there. Having just a quick look at the global indices, starting really focusing on the US indices, I just want to highlight that this area we're in is if we are going to have if the markets have shed enough weight and they're looking to recover, this is really the first area where I would expect them to do it. However, should we continue to move lower, starting to head down towards these previous highs as well, there could be good continuation trades on the downside there. So just having a look, for example, at the S&P on the daily. So today we had a potential for a higher low. I'm looking to see if we could start to break up above these highs. Now, it'd be very interesting to see where we close by the end of the week. But right now, I beg your pardon, but right now my expectation is for these to continue to push to the downside, and therefore trading opportunities in line with current trends. This is looking at the Dow as well, looking for trading opportunities in line with the current trend make the most sense, even on the lower time frame. So let's just say, for example, going down to that 15-minute time frame, looking for very nice pullbacks into the moving averages and looking to head further down. I do think because we've had really big moves today, there is a very real possibility that the market might look to take a move up tomorrow. And so the shorter term might provide opportunities to the upside, and then looking to resume moves to the downside later in the week. Just lastly, I want to talk a little bit about dollar yen. So dollar yen itself has had a really, really significant move. It has, in its own way, broken outside of its range that it's been in for several years, almost from the same period, 2014, thereabouts. It's broken out over the last couple of months. It's very overextended on a much higher time frame. Obviously, it hasn't really been where it is for also, again, for 20 or thereabouts years. Now, it's a bit overextended. At some point, I do expect a bit of a correction. Looking at it on a weekly basis, you can certainly see some exhaustion starting to creep in this area where we are. And so a correction down towards 131.52 makes sense to me at the very, very least. Looking at it on a daily basis, you can see we've had a big move again, starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller moves here. And so I'm starting to look for breaks below these lows here, starting to expect to see opportunities for trades to the downside there. So again, opportunities, at least initially, looking for trading opportunities in line with a stronger dollar for the remainder of the week. And again, on the charts that offer the clearest, those sort of clearest signals and clearest break of levels, looking to trade at least in the medium term, short to medium term, to the downside in line on the indices, looking for weakness there. And then summing up, certainly with dollar yen, if we do get a bit of a reversal here, it's very overextended. And therefore, if we start to break below these lows, there could be a very high probability move back down to these old highs, potentially even further, which will add some good high probability moves in terms of trading opportunities. There we go. Thank you very much, folks. Please enjoy the rest of your week, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video.